everybody. Welcome back to the ANMC Talk Show. We've got a smaller group today because we've got everybody off being busy, but we've got everybody we need right here to talk about some important topics today. So I don't know about you, but we went for just a bit of a bike ride yesterday. It was 9 miles and whew, that's all I have to say. Who else is having issues with air quality?
Eyes watering when you go inside.
Yeah, that has definitely been a topic, and Timothy had some really good things to say about that because this is not normal. This is not common for us to be living in this type of environment.
So we have the wildfires from Canada causing the smoke to come down, and it's impacting the quality of the air. This is not a time to be doing your most favorite outdoor activity. So when the air quality is heavy like this, and we need to be spending a little bit more time inside, taking care of what we're breathing, making sure that if our eyes are dry and itchy and watery, that we're using some drops of moisturizer, but pay attention and don't force through it. There are things in the air called particulates that are carried in smoke air, and these lodge in your lungs. So it's not just smoke and it's like, oh, this is smoke and it's not a big deal. You're putting in some toxins that are of a mass size into your lungs. So you want to be careful for you, for your children. If you have any type of lung issues, that if you're compromised, it's a time to pay really close attention. And this is where if you're going to be out and about, mask up. It's a perfect barrier.
Yeah,
Drag out those masks. We've all got a drawer somewhere with them.
That's definitely an option. Thank you for talking about it. It's not just about breathing. It definitely is about those little tiny particles that can lodge in. And I don't want anybody to be fearful about it. Let's just be proactive. Let's just take care of it. So Gina was mentioning, even doing like nasal rinsing. If you happen to be outside, do your nasal rinsing.
And I found I can't wear my contacts some days because it's just glue. It just sticks and it causes more eye irritant. So yeah, maybe wearing your glasses, making sure that your glasses are clean too, because same thing, it's coming into contact and then it's sticking by your eyes.
If some of what you're taking in your breath is including some toxicities, some little tiny particles, doing a comprehensive homeopathic detox is a great idea. Not a forceful herbal cleanse or anything now, but to do just some restorative and supportive, like our comprehensive detox kit, would be really great because you're kind of counteracting those little particles as they come in. But it would be really important to do breath work inside them, because if we're having a decreased capacity coming into our lungs, remember, breath is everything for your oxygen levels, for your blood, for moving your nutrients through your body. So it's not just about how heavy it feels. It really is about doing all the things that are going to keep the internal systems functioning. Good topics. Yeah.
In our PEMF mat can help to stimulate the body's natural system to help rid those toxins and just its own natural recovery process.
That's such a good point. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. So, yep, if that's an issue for you, I would definitely just say, pop in or call and set an appointment and just discuss. Like, this is why this is important to me. I have asthma, or I have this, or this is how I'm experiencing this. What options do we have? Because we have a ton of them, and we literally this whole talk show could be all about all of those. But another thing that is common right now is, Gina was mentioning, they're in the lake a lot. It's lake weather. It's dog days of summer. Bacteria tends to like to grow in the water in this time. So I'll pass that on to you, Gina.
Yeah, just being that we're experiencing a lot of warmer weather, August is just typically when people start to get some of those water irritants. Chiggers become more prevalent too for skin reactions. But getting water in your ears, it's important to make sure that you're drying them. So making sure when you come out of the water, using your towel to gently dry the ear canals. And then if you should have some infection or just ear ache, we do have some things that can help with the allergy aspect of that, where you might just be overcome with some of the air quality, and then if you're in the water, having some of the irritants in your ears.
Yeah, so some of the supplements that she told us that we have are upper respiratory support. There's Mucinex, Allerstop. This is my personal favorite eardrops because it is one of, and when, oh my goodness, when your kid kiddos get those earaches, they can so quickly turn to ear infections. And so I just swear by this. I love this one.
I like that one too.
So we have lots of options, Allerpro, histamine. So if you're feeling like you're having some of those seasonal allergies or some of the issues with the air quality, definitely come in and check. We obviously have lots and lots of options for those. And if you're swimmer people, you might want to pick up some of that ear drop. I would anyway, because going into winter, and you want to have this one on hand, because when little one says, "Mommy, my ear hurts," you don't want to wait.
No.
Get some relief right away. Okay, we have a fun thing to share. I'm so excited about it. I have been working with a lot of you don't know because you'll never see her, but hi Angel. She has helped pull together my latest book. She designed the cover and did all the designs on the inside, and it's gorgeous. Some of us have gotten a chance to take a look at it. But so much of it talks about kind of the science behind why we do our programs, and it's written in a very value-friendly way so that you can take and have a chapter and have value right from reading that one chapter. And so definitely come in and check that out. A big part of this is our attempt at explaining how we work with the nervous system, how we talk about psychoneuroimmunology in this book and what that really is. How do we have subconscious communication? Because so much of our programming is in that trapdoor section of the brain. And the words, the concepts, the beliefs we have are emotions and feelings and vibratory patterns that are stored there. So a lot of times it's hard to access from that conscious mentality, and we have to do more work on the other nervous systems in the body, especially communication with the subconscious. So we were talking about emotions and vibrations and words. So we're just going to open that up to conversation.
I think it's really interesting. Recently I was reminded that your subconscious remembers everything you've seen, heard, and experienced throughout your life. And so sometimes you just have this little niggling thing that you can't quite put a finger on. And it's because it might not be in your conscious awareness, but it's somewhere stored in your subconscious. And it just reminded me that there's so much power in words, and we are, that's why it's called spelling. When you're writing, you have a power in what you're saying, what you're experiencing. And so I am statements, I think, is an underrated activity that you can add to your gratitude journaling. Just add when you're getting ready in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself a positive I am statement. I am beautiful, I am strong, I am kind. But also think of the flip side of that, because sometimes we say I am not, fill in the blank. Those are commands that you're telling yourselves and that you're imprinting into your subconscious. And so just being mindful and try to observe your internal talk, but also the talk that's happening around you and what you are saying to others as well as yourself.
I think the very first book that I shared with you, or we shared back and forth way back, it was about the power of words. What you say when you talk to yourself. Do you remember that?
I had
That's
negative
funny.
thinking at the time, so breaking that
Well, I
stinking
think we shared it
thinking.
to each other, so yeah. But what is so cool about power of words is so important, and you mentioned I am. How many times do we say, I am so tired, I am so angry? And that just made me think of what Tamsin has been saying lately.
I've been talking about feelings are not who we are. They're feelings, they're vibration. And so, as Gina was saying, the words, I am strong, oftentimes we'll go, I am angry. No, you have anger. It's a vibrational feeling that passes. I am joyful. I am joy. No, it's a feeling. It passes. So those vibrations we tend to attach to, but what we want to do is realize that that's what they are. They're vibrations. They pass. They cycle through. It is not the totality of who we are at any given time.
I love that you say they pass, and you mentioned that like 3 or 4 times, and I'm glad that I hope that was on purpose, or if not, we're now bringing it into purpose because it passes. We attach to that story, and it becomes part of that subconscious programming, and now we are that story. And I think that is so important to make note of.
Yeah. So think about that. Also, when you're working with your kids, and they'll go, I am frustrated. No, you're having some frustration in doing this. It's these little tweaks in the language that shift and make a really big difference.
And we wanna honor that you're feeling that, we just don't wanna attach to it, and we want you to work through that feeling, because feelings are here as a toolkit. They're letting you know that something feels off track, that you don't feel aligned with who really you actually are, you just kind of forgotten it in that moment.
I like too that feelings, since they are these vibrations that we have, take away the judgment. There aren't good feelings and bad feelings. There are feelings.
I love that. We have been taught to judge, that is, and interestingly enough, the conscious mind is where we do the judgment. The subconscious mind has no part in that. Do you know how you talk to the subconscious mind? Feelings. Through your emotions, how it feels to feel.
I think sometimes with judging, we want to identify the feeling, but instead of identifying it, we judge it. Where it's like, allow yourself to identify, but you don't have to claim that. It doesn't have to become part of you. You just have to, grace on yourself that that's where you're at the moment.
Yeah.
It will pass.
And part of what you had said in the email that you shared with us was really impactful to me, that along with what you said, it's not about judging or labeling the feeling, it's about feeling the vibration of what I'm feeling. Maybe I don't even know it as sadness, I feel this vibration and I feel it in my belly. And I feel this flow right now in this mountain. Feel it as a vibration rather than that judgmental label. Doing some coaching sessions is a fantastic way to kind of drop down into that subconscious and talk more about the feelings that you're having. I think people are never more aware of wanting to resolve those deep hidden roots than they are right now. And so starting some coaching sessions or doing some of the therapies to help your physical body get along track.
I would point out Huso has been really beneficial for me to just gently release some of those.
Huso is a sound therapy. I think the frequency therapies, sound or frequency therapies that Morgan's got in the therapy bay are so helpful, because if you can't get to that mental space about, I can't judge, I'm just gonna keep judging, these sound and frequency therapies help to align yourselves into that more helpful, more suitable frequency. Obviously, we've got a lot to offer, got a lot to talk about. We talk about emotions and feelings a lot. So give us a call, check out anmcholistichealth.com to book appointments, to check out what we've got going on, come in and check out the new book.
You might even get an autographed copy. I don't know, I'm just throwing that in there.
If you catch me on my...
I'll probably be pulled aside after this.
Just kidding. Oh, but thank you again for joining us. Thanks each of you for taking times out of your schedules, and we'll see you again next time.
Thank you.